Hi, this is Keith. Um, I wanted to put this up late last night, but I went to bed early and slept like 10 hours, which is amazing. Just rejuvenation. The lack of caffeine in me now for like 2 months. Going to bed early. I like staying up late. I like going to bed early and getting up early. I like everything. So, anyways, um, I'm doing I don't know, a liver gallbladder cleanse, which I've done a lot. And so, I have here my sort of book of shadows, if you will. That's like a book of all your information if you're a witch, and I am. But this is a health food oriented one. So, the liver gallbladder cleanse, I think, is a pretty powerful, important things for a lot of reasons. You know, the liver is pretty necessary to the function of the body. So I've collected a lot of data on the liver gallbladder cleanse over time. The definition of liver is a lifer, to live, and it's pretty necessary. You'll die pretty darn quick if you don't take care of that. So anyways, some of the best, I'm collecting data from 3 sources here, 3 main sources. Other stuff I've brought in also, which just from people I've talked to, and that's where you should never follow any one person. And it's just like, you know, then you find your own thing, and you know, and then from there you collect that data and then you put it out to somebody else, and that's what I'm doing with this blog. Why I'm so interested in it, you know, now. So the first person is Dr. David Jubb, that I first learned about it from, which I was already into Dr. David Jubb when I first met Truth Calkins, which I can't remember now. I'm drawing a blank whether it was like late 2007 or early 2008 when I met Truth, but I was already into Dr. David Jubb, and then Truth was really all into him, and it was not too long after that that I really did my first liver gallbladder cleanse. So I'm getting information from Dr. David Jubb, and then from this guy who's wrote this famous book, Liver Gallbladder Cleanse, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. I always forget it, and that's it right there. Put it up in text on my post editing. And then the third person is a student of Dr. David Jubb's. I guess he's also a doctor in his own right, but is Dr. Stuart Blakey, which I've seen a few times at Longevity Now. I don't think they're around so much anymore. They were more in the early days before Longevity Now went kind of like mainstream Orange County soccer mom. The first thing in my protocol with doing the liver gallbladder cleanse, and just to do this a lot, is I go on a blended fast. That's taking that from Dr. David Jubb, of doing raw blended soups, and they don't necessarily always have to be raw, but just, you know, with the idea of breaking down that live raw food. So little live, little raw. There's a distinction between those two. You know, and of getting that all broke down so that your body easily assimilates it, so that your digestive tract doesn't have to work so hard. And it's just good to do that from time to time, even if you don't do it so long, for the sake of just giving your digestive tract a rest. And, you know, it's kind of like these, like, you know, it's like being at a job where people are worked too hard or something, or where, you know, where they got to take breaks, like you know, a factory where they're making a lot of stuff and the boxes and the stuff's coming out and it's getting piled up, and it's like they got to kind of stop production, you know, overnight or on the weekend to kind of clean the place up. So this is what you're doing with this is you know, the whole digestive area, you're giving it a break. So anyway, so I've been on a blended fast now since Monday last, and so that's like 8 days now, or something like that, and 9 days maybe. And I'm triggering the gallbladder cleanse this weekend. So anyways, on the gallbladder cleanse, this is the stuff that I've come up with just the protocol of that, and I definitely got to talk about that a little bit more. So on the gallbladder cleanse, I wake up in the morning, I do my usual teas, which is the sort of 3 treasure tonic tea, which I talked about in the other one, with the combination of the yogi tea. I also add in the herb boldo, this is my own addition to that, which helps clear the gallbladder. And then I take sour stuff, lemon water, lots of apple cider vinegar mixed with water. The liver likes this stuff, and which is interesting because it sort of, you know, in Italian dressing, those are combined. I guess that seems intuitively to me to like sort of cut the fat and break it down. So also on this diet, you avoid oil. Or not just this protocol, not diet as in lifestyle, but you just cut the oil for this period, which I'm not, I don't do that for any, just for this. So you know, doing the blended soup, and I eat just a lot, like once a day, and in general you reduce your food while you're preparing for this. So let's see here, the other things that we need are, the apples, doing apple juice, like at least 20 ounces a day. More is not going to hurt for sure. It's got, what is it, malic acid or something like that. Anyways, it helps with the liver to do the release. And then lots of other digestive things, like I'm already taking the ginger in my tea, but peppermint's a good thing to take, and all of those kind of things. The thing and you want to keep your bowel clear too, which I'm doing with the just in general. This is a part of this whole detox thing, which I've been on for months, and I'm trying to teach you about kind of my whole protocols. Which another person in all of this that I have combined my detox thing with a guy that I did ozone with, that I learned. I'd never really done activated charcoal before. So in this, I'm doing like activated charcoal before I go to bed. I'm going to do some after I finish this and go and rebound. So taking activated charcoal and then rebounding is really good, because it just, you know, it's everything just kind of moves up, and then it sucks all that yucky stuff out and whatever. And then enemas, and Dr. David Jubb and Stuart Blakely both recommend the coffee enemas, which I haven't decided where I'm going with that yet. I know there's good health benefits to that, but I just don't like the idea of being anywhere near coffee. Although I've heard Dr. David Jubb say that it has a different effect. I've done them a lot, but just now I'm just like very, very anti-coffee, and I intend to stay that way just because it's been a pretty severe addiction with me. So anyways, that's where I'm at. So if you want to follow along with me, I have lots of soup recipes, and I'm just going to get this video up today, and then I'll do another video about some of my soup recipes, and it'll take me some time to go through my blog and link up to some of the soup recipes that I've done, and maybe Jason, my sort of ex-boyfriend, personal assistant, best friend, family member, he's actually gotten an old blog activated again that I had that I couldn't get into, and he cracked it last night. So I'm going to be text blogging, and that has some stuff on there that actually predates when I started blogging, some stuff in 2008. I forget when I started that. So just for historic reference, that's cool, and I'm going to start text blogging as well. So I think that's the beginning thing. Again, so the blended fast, the apple juice, the keeping the colon clear, and enemas, and it's an amazing thing. So anyways, Support me by supporting my music. I only make money when you buy my CDs, but the objective of my music is to perform a sort of a magic on your consciousness, and I think anybody that's heard my music will agree that it's very special on that. It's very formulated and a lot of ritual and a lot of stuff which happens in this room, which is sort of the reason for this circular rug, and maybe you've seen some of the rocks and stuff around here and things like that. All of the music is conceived, prepared in a magical environment. So in no way, like in anybody that's bought my CDs, I encourage you to have your friends download them. And as I get along here going, like my intention is to make a lot of this very special art stuff of limited editions and things like that. Like hopefully I've got a lot to do in the next like couple of months, but one thing I want to do is release special winter solstice editions of just the only available for just like one run, and those will probably be CDRs with handmade art on them. This is kind of the way that I'm doing stuff. There has been a lot of like, especially Coil, that did a lot of like handmade small releases, and that's where I'm going with this. So of why I don't care if you don't buy my CDs, but please buy my CDs. I'm pleading with you, because that's the only way that I make money off the music, and the more of the hard artifact that gets out there, because I'm for the digital thing, but there's just a whole special thing in having the physical thing of where it's, you know, it's magic with the, and especially we want to do vinyl. So anyways, my Second Culture music channel is getting up on YouTube, Second Culture Music. That's right here. Subscribe to that for me. And in all four corners, there are links to random stuff. I'm trying to change those around and whatnot. And then, of course, when you buy directly through me, and we have some t-shirts coming up that I will be connecting with people that buy directly from me. You will get special stuff, and as that goes on, like there's a few people that have bought a lot of my CDs, and it's just like I'm gonna wind up owing you stuff, because anytime I want to reward somebody that's into buying the actual artifact. So anyways, bright blessings, and this is Keith. Subscribe and comment, and let me know who you are. Subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to my Second Culture music channel. And then if you want, you can also subscribe to my Second Culture talk channel, which is more inactive than the Second Culture music channel. But I'm getting out there, I'm spreading the word. The synchronicity is happening, and that's going to be the next video about having this awesome friendship with synchronicity when you really start getting out of the matrix and following your higher self and getting connected with that.